Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
This is the great Jordon Yates, made famous by, well, I guess you already had a comedy career started because you were 7 years in before you ever went to
Right.
Tony, right?
Yes.
You getting pretty consistent gigs and all of that?
Yeah, I was working the road all over the country. But I was working comedy clubs and things like that, but I'm still at the point in my career where most of my paid work is coming from, doing like breweries and wineries and bars and things like
Yeah,
that. So
that makes sense. So, how was your Keltoni experience? I mean, you killed it. You were great. My husband and I cracked up so much.
thank you. That's really sweet of you guys. I had a good time with it. I mean, I was really nervous. It was my first time ever trying out Kill Tony or doing anything like that. So, yeah, it was. I honestly was really nervous that it was going to be a more negative experience than it was.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
Which, I mean, no offense to Kill Tony or anything else, but it's kind of like American Idol, but all of the judges are Simon sometimes.
Yep, yep. I get that vibe. I get that vibe. That
Right.
yeah,
So I just, I especially there's nothing worse than whenever you already like kind of have a career or whatever and then somebody's like, "Oh man, you're bad." So I was
yeah.
that's what I was nervous about.
That would have tanked it for sure, huh?
Right? But I was really just, I I don't actively go to like a church or anything like that, but I was praying super hard before I went on stage and I was just trying to be like focusing. I guess it's almost like a meditation. I was like, hey, thank you, Lord, for this chance to be successful, and I just tried to like carry that kind of positivity into it with me, and I think
Yeah,
that that worked out.
I think it did too. I think it did too. So you got up there, you did your bit, which was great. Because I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is to cram it into 60 seconds. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
a lot
actually
of
didn't
time.
finish the joke.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going to say. It's not a lot of time, but what you did do was really good, and
Thank
so,
you.
and you were just kind of like, oh, well, okay, that's it.
Right. Yeah, it's especially I'm more of like a long form storytelling comic.
Yeah,
So for me, the idea of having to tell any of my jokes in a minute was crazy.
yeah,
So I was really glad that we got to the funny part in time.
right. So you turned around and there was Fluffy. So
Yes.
your thoughts were in that moment, what?
Oh man. First of all, man, that guy has such kind eyes.
Oh, yeah. He
He
seems
just
like
look.
such a genuinely good-hearted person, period. Like he wants everybody
Yeah.
to succeed.
I feel like that. And so, yeah, I felt like right off the bat he was looking at me with like a you got it sort of look
Awesome.
so yeah, that was good. And just looking over at all of them, seeing Sal Volcano there was crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
that was nuts. It was I was so grateful that there were two comedians on there that my mom would have known. And so,
Oh. So you probably grew up on that type of comedy with
yeah.
her.
Yes, I mean my mom is like a sweet lady and she doesn't like mean comedy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I also personally am not a big fan of mean comedy very often.
I'm the same way. I'm the same. My husband and I have talked about because he is definitely got the itch, and he was a comedian, and he had to take a break to raise his children, and then he and I met and kind of married, and so now
Mhm.
he's picking back up some old dreams, and we've talked about, well, maybe you need to, because I'm like, well, this sounds funny, and he's like, honey, get up there and do your stuff, and I'm like, no. No, I can't, because I would be heartbroken if somebody were to be mean to me. I would be
Oh
devastated.
no.
I'd be like, I was just trying to be funny. No.
You know what? I'm the same way with my wife. I tell everybody she's the real funny one around here. So, but thank goodness for me, she's too shy to act on it, so I get to shine a little bit.
I'm not the one that needs the attention. I'm a sign language interpreter by trade, and so I am used to standing up in front of
Very
crowds.
cool. Hey, one of my sisters does that.
Really, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
really
Hey, I've been
awesome.
meaning to ask you. You
Yeah,
got an accent there. Where's your accent from?
I'm from the South. I'm from Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, I'm currently in Alabama, but pretty much Tennessee, Alabama.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I
I
knew you weren't coming this way. I knew you were from like what people call like the real South. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes, we are definitely in the real South, the blood to the heart South, you know.
Heck yeah. I love that.
But yeah, so I'm used to being up in front of crowds, but I don't have to use my, like, it's not me. I'm just
Yeah.
repeating what I see or repeating or, or signing what I hear.
Right. It's
So
like the difference between, I'm so sorry, go ahead.
no, 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 I was just going to say it's not on me if something doesn't come out right.
Right. It's kind of like the difference between like karaoke and like writing your own song.
Right,
It's easier
right.
to go up and do karaoke and belt out those big journey high notes, but a different thing to try to be Stephen Perry or whatever.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be me. So you have a podcast, Let's Talk Texan.
Yes.
So what's that about? Talk me through some of that.
So, the podcast is really, it's really kind of just supposed to be like an exploration of Texas and my Texas identity. It's kind of a vanity project.
Okay,
Because for a long time, I didn't really love being Texan, if that makes sense.
really?
I know, believe it or not.
Okay,
Um,
so talk to me about that. What was it? What part of you didn't love being Texan? Like, what was it about
yeah,
Texas?
so I mean, you're from the South,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
I'm sure that you are aware of many of the negative connotations that are associated with Southerners and Southern culture. And
Yep. And
you
and
know, you never go ahead.
I was gonna say I might live up to a couple of them.
Right. Which look, some of them are real.
Yeah.
Plenty of them are real. That's fair. Like, are you going to tell me that none of my uncles are racist? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that I just didn't ever really like that. You never saw like cool, smart, like
Yeah.
adventure, like none of the good, none of like
Oh,
the good hero traits,
yes.
were ever like associated with
Which is
anybody
so
from the
interesting
South.
because back in the day, and I'm talking back in the day, like
Yeah.
westerns, and I'm like, all of that was Texas, New Mexico, based in that area, and they were like the heroes of the day. Does that make sense?
Yes. And well, let me tell you what, I think that there's something different between the concept of the West
Yeah.
and the concept of the South.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think that in that sense, there is even today like a connotation of like a positivity. Like, for example, when I travel,
Yeah.
I never tell people I'm American. I just tell them I'm from Texas. And seriously, like if you're internationally, like I took my wife to Europe to propose to her.
Oh,
And thank you so much.
you're
That
much
was my
more
first big
money.
purchase with my comedy money.
Oh, fun.
And so, but I was taking her to be fair, it took me over a year and a half to save up all that money. So,
Wow.
uh, but, uh, but I took her to Europe and we had literally just landed in Paris, like 11-hour flight. It's maybe 7 o'clock in the morning Paris time.
Oh my God.
And
Jet
we,
lag city.
right. And we are getting in this cab and I speak a little bit of French because my grandmother was French.
Yes, I noticed that on the
And
show.
and this guy was like asking me where I'm from, and I'm like, "Je do Texas," and he's like, "Texas, como Chuck Norris, pew pew." Takes both hands off of the steering wheel on the highway to finger gun at me, just in case.
Just in case you didn't catch what he was saying.
Right. And so, which also Chuck Norris isn't even really known for a pew pew action. I feel like
Oh, he's
he
like,
should have gotten a roundhouse kick, like.
right. That's
But
hilarious.
anyways, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that's hilarious.
Thank you. But anyway, um so yeah, I think there is some mysticism to being Texan specifically,
Yeah, I would
but
believe that.
yeah, but I do feel like there's also like, the biggest representation of our state in media, I think, has been like Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and Dallas, the show Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see yeah, I could see it's kind of like the way the South is represented. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just, it's a guarantee that it's going to be a barefoot female in some kind of tattered dress, pregnant,
right.
and it's going to be a man in overalls with snuff drooling out of his lip and
Right.
a jug of moonshine on his hip. I mean, just I get it, I get it.
Right.
But I do.
But okay.
No, I was just going to say I do think that as a society we are adjusting those to be more, more appropriate.
Well, yeah. And I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with being a Bubba in your overalls and
Yeah,
snus in your mouth, you know what I mean? Like that's a perfectly fine way to live your life. What's unfortunate is the connotations of, like maybe like being racist or hateful or things like that that might be associated with that.
yeah,
Which man really sucks that some of our great great grandfathers decided to be on this side of the argument, But um it's but it's also more than that, Like Texas, for example, is the second most diverse state in the country.
yeah. I
Uh,
went to Austin not too long ago, and holy cow, like it is coming from the South. It was very diverse. Like it was. I mean, there was.
what's so funny is I think that Austin is the whitest city in Texas.
Are you kidding me?
So when I was from, so I'm from Dallas originally,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I didn't do
and
Dallas.
so I'm from Dallas originally, and me and my wife noticed it for the first time whenever we whenever we had moved down here for maybe like 6 months, and then we went to the state fair,
Yeah.
which the state fair of Texas is in Dallas.
Okay.
And so we went back home and we went to the state fair, and we both were like, "Oh God, people of color finally." Like we didn't realize both of us had noticed that there was like something kind of off
Yeah.
about Austin. We couldn't quite put our finger on it. And it
Yeah.
was literally, and it's also sorry to offend anybody. The food in Austin is terrible because there's not enough culture. There's not enough culture. It's everything fusion. It's everything
Oh,
fusion. There's good
it was
barbecue out here.
we had a breakfast. We stopped at a little spot for like a brunch. My friend
Uh-huh.
and I, we literally just went to Austin for the day. We were like, we just want to get on
Yeah,
a
worth
plane.
doing.
Yeah, we want to get on our plane with our purse and not take anything else and just get on and come
Nice.
home. And it was fun, but this little place we stopped for breakfast so good. Oh, holy cow! It was downtown. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But it was so good. And I just remember thinking, I could lick this plate and I want to take all of it home.
Well, that's one thing that Austin thrives at is a brunch.
Yes.
That is,
Yeah.
it's built all around that culture. And I mean, again, there are nice restaurants out here. There's a Michelin award-winning sushi restaurant in Austin, I think.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, there I think you gotta it's just harder to find. It's just harder to find. I
Yeah.
think it literally has to do with the fact that, for example, like there's huge Asian communities in Dallas and Houston
Yeah.
because after the Korean and Vietnam War, they would resettle people in Dallas and Houston. They were, cities with infrastructure, but still had plenty of space.
Yeah.
And so there's like a huge in Dallas, it's called K-Town, and it's kind of like in a northern suburb of Dallas, Carrollton, a little bit, but yeah, it's like a huge, you can find every single like variety of any Asian dish from any country
Okay. So can I
perfectly
say something?
done. Yes.
Just to look at you, not that I'm trying to be, not, we're talking about this.
Yeah,
You
of
do
course.
not look like you would be that cultured. You've got your
Let
South.
me go get on my overalls and put some snus on my lip.
It's so funny because we were just talking about this. So
Right.
yes, by first appearances, I would not guess that you would like Korean and all this other type of food, and that's
I
fun.
actually grew up in a predominantly Asian church for for several years of my childhood.
Really,
So yeah, I we had our pastor was Korean and like his family and a lot of their friends and stuff like that. And so
that's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
I'm
it.
weirdly opinionated about Asian food.
Not that you look nothing like somebody that would be weirdly opinionated, but you are.
Well, that's the point of my podcast, dude, is I feel like Texas is a place where you can be somebody that is like me and, still have a appreciation for other cultures and other things, if nothing else, knowing the right way to make tacos.
Right, right. Yeah, I could see that. So um that I'm gonna have to listen. I didn't get a chance to listen to any of your podcasts, but I'm going to
Yeah.
after this. So I'm sure it'll be quite interesting. Um
We only ever spend like 20 or 30 minutes talking about Texas for every convo, so
That's just a small part. Um,
yeah.
so my husband and I were watching. I totally thought on Kill Tony that you were going to get the secret show. I was so rooting for you. I was like, come on, come on, come on, the secret show. But I was so bummed when you didn't get it. But then I saw you actually opened for Fluffy not long
Yes,
ago.
I did.
Holy cow. Like, that's so much better than the secret show. Like, how did that happen?
Well, Secret Show would also been nice,
Yeah.
but I was just glad that it was a positive reception from people. But yeah, it was crazy. Opening for Fluffy was it was actually totally separate from Kill Tony. Like it was like the fact that I happened to do Kill Tony and Fluffy was on it was a total happenstance.
Hey, those prayers got answered somehow.
Right? No joke. No joke. I yeah, it was crazy. He had just reached out to me on Instagram, and it was one of those things where, like, I told my wife, I was like, "Babe, look at who just followed me. This has to be a spam account, right?" And and then he messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to come hop on the mothership with me this weekend?" And it was, yeah, so it was just
Holy
like,
cow. How long did it take for your mouth to pick your mouth up off the floor after that one?
oh man, forever. It was, I seriously, for the whole next week, me and my wife were just walking around like, wow, life's crazy, huh? Isn't that crazy? I can't believe this. This is nuts.
It only takes a minute. Like it's so interesting to me that life can change in just a nanosecond, one way or the other. You know, you can be in a fatal car accident or you can be in a life altering event, one way or the other. And I'm so grateful for those people that are reaching out to accomplish what they're grabbing the gold. They're trying to
Yeah.
accomplish their dreams while they're here. And that's one of the things that I do on this podcast is about meeting interesting people. Like if I see you on TV or if I hear about you and I'm like, oh, he sounds like an interesting guy. My husband's like, okay, let me see what I can do. Everything all hooked up.
Yeah, hey, I love that teamwork, by the way.
Hey, oh, he is the best at networking. Holy cow. He needs to make that his full-time job. He is like the ultimate best at networking. I tell him
Nice.
that all the time, but yeah, he's not a he doesn't take no for an answer very often.
I heard that. Does he have a background in sales?
No, he does not.
Oh, interesting.
He is just very assertive and very like he just knows. He just knows what he can accomplish and he's like, well, why not? That'll
I
happen.
get that.
You know, he
The
wound up
whole
on the no, I was just gonna say he wound up on the somehow or another. Let me see if I can get this story right. He was because he used to love to watch the Titans. Was it the
Mhm.
Titans or the Gators? The Gators. The Gators.
Okay, there we
And
go.
so he happened to be wearing the same type of like the pullovers that the Gator staff wore,
Yeah.
and he was wearing some khaki pants, and so he just decided, I think I look enough like them, maybe I can. And he went down on the sidelines and was down on the sidelines with the Gators and all this and like high fiving everybody. And I'm pretty sure it was the Gators. I may have the team wrong, but
Yeah.
regardless, he was down there on the field with the coaches, with the players, high fiving everybody. He was down there for a good solid 15, 20, 30 minutes before the a guard came along and said, who are you? What are you doing here? He's like, I just wanted to hang out down here. You can't do that.
That's awesome. I love that.
I know, like, it's crazy. I would never have the nerve to do anything like that.
That's so funny. I'm kind of the same way. I think I really I love to push my limits and see what I can get away with. I think is what it is. I like to see what I
Yes,
can get away with.
yes, that is it. And I don't know what kind of like that in a person just really drives them to succeed. It just does because
Yeah,
I think you're not afraid to take some of the risks that maybe others are a little apprehensive
maybe,
to take.
yeah. Let me ask you something. Does your husband have siblings?
No,
Interesting. Only child.
only child and spoiled rotten only child. Like he was
Oh
definitely
yeah.
he's yeah.
I have a theory that younger siblings are the risk takers. And
I would agree. I would
and
agree.
I and I feel like maybe only children maybe get away with that also. because they know that their parents aren't going to have any other kids. They're never going to have anybody else to love. So they they don't have anybody they can
Well,
disappoint that
if you
bad.
think about it, the baby and the only child tend to get the attention and the support and the everything, you know.
Maybe.
And
Yeah.
so they're like, I can do no wrong. Like I can, like they have this innate confidence,
Mm.
maybe.
See, I felt kind of like my older brother was always, this is actually something I talk about on my podcast. I asked people what advice they would give their 10-year-old self. Because one time when I was 10, I cried to my mom for 3 hours that I thought I didn't have any talents or abilities.
Oh,
And my brother was so good at everything. He was so
yeah,
good at math and he could play the guitar really well and this and that. He was like everything I wished I could do. He was so good at already. Just he could just pick it up and do it.
yeah,
And I felt like I think because I kind of got to like skate under the radar a little bit, like because nobody was expecting me to do anything great, I feel like I had some room to be great, if that makes sense.
yeah. You had some room to fail without feeling like you were going to be a
Yes.
huge disappointment.
Right. Right. So it's kind of like I kind of felt like, well, they're all focused on him anyway, so I might
Yeah.
as well act a little crazy.
That's so funny. And I do wonder about like family dynamics and I mean just the whole mix of it. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of would
Sorry for asking you so many questions about you guys.
I love it. I love it. We could go down a rabbit hole for that, like for real. Usually I don't get asked questions and I'm like, "Oh, this is neat. Let me think about this."
I'm sorry. I'm a big talker. I always want to know everything about everybody.
I love it. I love it. I'm a big connector too. I like to connect to people and I like to try to connect other people to other people and so yeah, I'm big. My husband's like, "Honey, really you don't have to know everything." And I'm like, "Well, that's it. They don't have to tell me."
Right, right. Yeah, they can tell me to shut up if they're uncomfortable.
Right? Oh,
Anyways, about that scar.
yeah. Edward, oh my gosh. Okay. Um, so before we run out of time, I know Anne's Arbor kind of started way back, well, I say way back when, about 3 or 4 years ago. Um, actually, it was a dream that I had to fund a single mom for a year because I was a single mom for 14 years and struggled
Hmm.
and would have people step up and help in all kinds of various ways.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be able to pay that forward. And so I met my husband and shared that dream with him. And of course, he was like, "We're doing it. We're doing it. We'll make it happen." And we did. We were able to do that. And so now that we've moved to Alabama, it's kind of shifted into, okay, what I, I'm applying it to this podcast. Let me just say that I'm applying it to this podcast in a way that it's like, so what drives you? What is your heart? What is like mine was single moms. Some people's homeless. What is there an organization or a cause or something that just really pulls your heart and you're like, I want everybody to know about this organization and support this organization because it's doing such good things.
Yes. Can I do two?
Absolutely. You can give as many as you need to. I love
Okay,
it.
cool. So there's two. The first one is going to be the Stew Pot in Dallas.
Okay.
So they are actually a a resource center for the homeless.
Okay. Love it.
And they do things like they give homeless people an address so that they can receive their medicine and their bills and things like that. Because that's one of the hardest things about being homeless and getting out of homelessness is if you don't have an address to work from,
Right, right.
you like what are you going to put on a job application or anything else?
It's awful. It's like a broken system. You can't ever
Yes.
be unhomeless because I get it. I get it.
Yes, and so they do things like that. They also provide food, clothing, health and dental services. All
Awesome.
it's a really incredible resource. I briefly worked with a nonprofit organization called Focus on Teens that partnered with them sometimes.
Okay.
And so the Stew Pot in Dallas, if anybody's watching this and is looking for a good resource to help the homeless, they really do some hands-on work that is really effective. And the other one I would like to shout out would be the Genesis Women shelters in Dallas as well.
Mhm.
They are a women's resource and shelter. I think specifically for victims of domestic violence and abuse. And my mom actually had to stay in one of those shelters for a while, and so that's something that I am very passionate about, and that I would love to see get more support.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's what this is about. I mean, it's about what can you do to make the world better.
Yeah,
You know, that's my driving thing. I love to love people, and I love to do everything I can to make things better, you know?
yeah,
So
that's
that's
awesome.
yeah, that's I don't know, it's silly, but
No, dude, I love it. That's incredible that you guys are doing this and that you're wanting to highlight, things to help other people in that way. I think that's really
absolutely,
cool.
absolutely. I couldn't do it without some kind of nod to God has been so good to me and carried me
Amen.
through so many times when I thought I was gonna just drown, and
Yeah,
I can't not do what I can, you know.
I hear that.
I can't not. But I'm so grateful that you took the time to talk to me today. Do
Yeah,
you
of
have
course.
anything coming up? Any shows coming up? I didn't look. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Normally,
that's okay. So I'm still trying to figure out my tour schedule right now. I've just gotten kind of an influx of new opportunities because of Kilcony and everything.
yes,
I know for sure that I'm going to be in St. Louis, Missouri on May 9th,
fun.
2026. I know that I'm going to be in, how soon will this be released?
Oh, probably in a couple of weeks, a week maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota on November 21st and 22nd. Yeah. And
Where can I tell you what? Where can we find your tour?
yes, that's probably better.
Yeah,
That's probably better. I'll have my whole tour schedule posted eventually.
yeah.
What you guys can do is you can look me up on Instagram. That's where I post everything.
Okay,
And that's going to be at Jordan, Jordon.
that's what I did wrong. I was trying to find you.
I know. I think I really missed out on a lot of followers from all of this because my mom just really goofed me with how she spelled my name.
Jordan just jokes, right?
Yeah, so Jordon.
Right.
If there's any way that you can put that on this, I'm just kidding, but
Well, I will see. I will see if I can figure out a way to type it on the screen, and maybe
nice.
I don't know. I'm still kind of new at all this stuff, but
No, no, no. Well, you know what? My wife has had a lot of success with editing videos in Canva for
really,
shorter
okay.
clips
I
and
haven't tried Canva
stuff.
yet.
I
I
don't know.
I use my husband
She
uploads.
does all my video editing and everything for me. That and DaVinci, I think, is the other one that we use.
My husband pretty much does all the stuff, and I mean, I have started because I do sign language, and so I also interview some deaf individuals, and so I had to figure out how to because I can't.
Can
There's
I tell you my favorite words in sign language?
yes, please.
I love that
Shrimp.
shrimp and also
Worm.
wait, yes, worm and then but it's also really similar to like how do you do cereal?
Oh, you have to do it up by your mouth. Up by your mouth.
That's right.
Up by your mouth.
Cereal like that. And then I love that like shrimp,
Yeah,
worm,
the wiggle ones.
cereal are also similar, but also
So different.
sperm.
It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. I am teaching a family sign language for their granddaughter who has special needs, and I'm like,
Mm.
okay, let's not get confused. This is nice. This is clean. This is. I know they look the same, but
Yes.
it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, I was trying to figure out how to voice over these because I can't do it at the same time. You can't sign and talk like you can, and they call it simcomming, but it doesn't lead to a very effective interview for me.
I see. Yeah.
I want to focus on one language at a time.
Right.
My brain is not big enough for the rest of it.
Yeah, if you try to ask me, I mean, that's kind of how it goes. If you try to ask me to speak in like Spanish and French and English all at the same time, I wouldn't be able to communicate with you. Although that's kind of how it comes out on accident sometimes.
Yeah, wonderful. So, real quick before you go, could just
Yeah,
because I'm curious, how did your sister get into interpreting?
that's a good question. I think she just took a sign language as her language in high
High
school,
school?
and then she just really liked it. And yeah, she just got her master's degree from the University of Houston, I think.
That's awesome. I
And
love it. I love
yeah.
it. When I was in school, they didn't offer it yet as a second language. And
Oh.
so we were fighting to get it recognized as a second language because they were saying sign
Yeah, I
language.
was gonna ask, how did you get into it? Do you know somebody that,
My
okay.
parents are deaf. I didn't have a choice.
Oh, wow.
I
Both of
grew
them?
up with it. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Wow. That
Yeah.
must be crazy.
Instead
How
of going,
easy to sneak in and out of the house,
oh
no?
no, 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 no. Well, I mean, yes, at some point it was, but when I would run through the house, instead of don't yell, it was don't stomp because
Oh,
you
because
could
you
feel
could
the
feel the,
vibrations.
right. I get
And
that.
so we had to literally like Dad would yell at us, "Stop walking hard! Stop stomping! Stop!" I'd be like, people tiptoeing through the house. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of fun stories. But yeah, I was just curious. That's awesome because you don't meet very many interpreters,
Yeah.
many people that know sign language or deaf people.
Did you have any other questions that you wanted to ask me that I talked too much for you to ask me?
No, 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 not at all. I was going to ask you, did you have anything else you need to add? We'll definitely have to do this again. This is
Yeah,
fun.
please have me back. I'd love to.
Yes, this is definitely fun.
Anything else I have to add? Not really. Follow me on my stuff. My name is spelled Jordon. That's really important.
Yes.
Um,
Otherwise, you'll get somebody that is not him at all.
yeah. There's some other guy that also is Jordan Just Jokes, and I've tried to message him. I'm like, dude, I'll pay you to change your name.
Oh,
But he just never responds, dude. He never responds. Him and his 75 followers are just a stick in my side, dude.
oh, it's probably some bot or something. It's probably not even a real person at this point.
Right? But it's such is life, dude. C'est la vie. But it's
Yep. Hey, it's with an O. I will try to
right.
figure out a way. If all else fails, I'll put it in the description or the comments so they can
Of
find it.
course, right.
All right. Thank you so much, Jordan. This was a blast, and we'll definitely have to do it again.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you so much. To anybody else who's watching this, spread some love today, dude. Go love
Absolutely.
somebody.
Yes. Sure, joy.